Friends, the UN Sustainable Development Goals SDG framework is important to India as it targets ending poverty in all its forms. India played an important role in shaping the 17 SDGs, the composite rank of which is assessed on a scale of 0 to 100, with all goals treated equally. All the 17 goals are treated equally. India ranked 121 out of 193 countries with a score of 60.32 in 2022 end. Creditable as it is, it must improve much further, which needs a lot of funding. The additional financing to meet the SDG goals by set for 2030 is estimated to be 12.1 trillion rupees and rupees 53.6 trillion for health and education. So friends, how does a nation which has upliftment of a large number of people as an important objective fund the SDGs? This is the topic for today's episode. I hope you will like it, and maybe there are a few questions that you will also have, I'm sure, which you can post to me to discuss in one of the later episodes. So here we go. Corporate social responsibility is one avenue that is available, since it shares the thematic development areas with that of the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, it's a self-regulating business model that helps a company be socially accountable to itself, its stakeholders, and the public. Its responsibilities include environment ethics, philanthropy, and economy. Education, health, rural development, setting up orphanages, slum area development, socio-economic inequalities to be addressed, special education, Swachh Bharat, sanitation, safe drinking water, technology incubators, setting them up, and training are all CSR activities as much as they are activities of the SDGs. Now, CSR benefits the industry in boosting their brand value and the society by protecting the environment. So, shouldn't then the more visible and successful companies show more responsibility and set standards of ethical behavior for their peers, for their competitors, and so on? Now, as per the European Union, Industry 5.0 provides a vision that aims beyond efficiency and productivity as the sole goals, reinforcing the role and the contribution of the industry to society. It places the well-being of the worker and the planet at the center of the production process, not the profit. Profits will happen. Whereas Industry 4.0 was all automation at the highest level, a report in Forbes authored by Jorean Krasenbrink cites the European Union, which envisages Industry 5.0's vision as aiming beyond efficiency and productivity as the sole goals. 3P bottom line as central new technologies as providing prosperity beyond jobs and respecting the production limits of the planet. There is only a certain amount that you can produce from the planet. Research and innovation must serve a sustainable, human-centric and resilient industry if you want to protect the planet and its resources and leave something to the next generation. Niti Aayog estimates approximately 13% of the GDP to achieve the SDG commitments by 2030. Current spending is an average 7% of GDP, though it was 8.3% in 2021. It is mandatory for the companies covered under Section 135 to spend a minimum of 2% of their net profit over the preceding 3 years as per corporate social responsibility principles. Now, 2021 saw 1,619 companies spend on 8,000 CSR projects, a sharp decline from the earlier year when 22,531 companies showed CSR spends. That has improved in the last couple of years, and in terms of contribution, though it went down to 64% to rupees 8,800 odd crores in 21 from 24,000 odd crores the previous year, it has again picked up post-COVID in most of the states. Now, even as Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu accounted for almost 35% of the spend, 60% of that went into education, healthcare, and rural development based activities. The unspent amount over 3 financial years, however, will merge with the PM Relief Fund. Why not spend it on CSR activities then? Given that some states are very industrialized, lot of industries there, and some with hardly any big industries like the Northeast, the most industrialized states have received most of the funds because they spend more, they'll receive more. Maharashtra with 15,000 crores, Karnataka with 6,000 crores, and Gujarat with almost 5,500 crores. They lead the race. Small and mid-sized businesses also create social responsibility programs, although their initiatives are rarely as well publicized as those of larger corporations. Can the budget acknowledge them with a tax rebate? We have a budget coming up in 10 days' time. Some steps that the government must seriously consider are seeking replenishment of natural resources or supporting causes that help neutralize the impact on the environment. Pollution, waste, natural resource consumption, and emissions through manufacturing processes, they all must come down. If trees are cut, new ones must be planted. Mandating switchover from gas to electricity and use of recycled materials will also be a good move. CSR strategies may be difficult to assess because many of them are qualitative rather than quantitative. The government may insist on 100% ethically sourced resources, green buildings, EVs, community services, training, reduction in energy consumption, and limit industry-wide emissions. But is the industry ready to do that? Can we also expect a 0.5% rise in the existing 2% of the net profit of the future budgets or in the future budgets, and a much closer digital monitoring of the corporates on their CSR spend in the budget? Can there be a much more methods to estimate that, how much the industry is spending on CSR? After all, responsibility is not that of the government alone. With that, friends, we come to the end of this Saturday's episode. So until we meet next Saturday, Dhanyawad, Namaskar, and thank you.